Hey YouTube, it's Buckbuster coming at you. It's Wednesday, March 30th. It's about 2:30. I just left work. On my way back to Walmart. They got a case of Mini-Mags and brown nose this morning. So I had a guy go back in the back and pull them out. Got my 3 and went back down there after the shift change and got me some more, and now I'm going to attempt a triple dip if I'm lucky. I don't know if they got any left or not, but they still had them in the back. They didn't put them out for some reason, so I'm hoping maybe they left them in the back and there'll still be some there, but stick with me and we'll pick it up at the store. Alright guys, back at the house. Man, I tore my truck apart this afternoon when I got home and I can't find the receipt. But anyway, this morning when I got in there, a guy that usually works third shift, he went back in the back and brought the case out. Sold me 3. It was at 5:30 this morning. He told me, well, before I left, I asked him if I could have the case, and so he said, yeah, I'm about to put the rest of them out on the shelf. So he dug the rest of them out, handed me the case. And there was another guy standing there and he wanted one, so he bought one, and I went ahead and left. So I knew there was 4 out of 20 sold. And anyway, around about 8 o'clock I went back down there, couldn't find nobody, and stood around, waited and waited, and finally this guy's normally night manager. Actually, this guy sold me that whole case of Thunderbolts back a couple months ago. He came up and told him what I was looking for, and I said, the guy left them out this morning, but I don't see him anywhere. And he said, well, let me go back in the back and look, maybe put them back in the back. He said, how many you want? 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And I said, well, go ahead and give me 6. You know, I didn't know they'd do it, but sure enough, he came walking back out, had me 6. Here's a tag for it. Today's date, 8/04. So I knew by that them other 10 are probably safely tucked still in the back till somebody that knows about them comes looking for them. So that brings me up till this afternoon. So I get over there, walk in, and I'll include the flint skin. As you saw, there's still 10 in stock. So I walked back to Sporting Goods, and the normal girl that's back there, she's off today. So it was this other woman and this guy that normally works night shift, and they're both of them are about as friendly as a possum. But I told them they had some Mini-Mags in, and I was wanting to pick me up some, and they said they didn't get any in. I said, well, I think they're still in the back. And they said, well, if they's in the back, they'd have been put out. And I said, well, a buddy of mine got some this morning, and he said the manager that got them went in the back and got them. So the guy said, well, I'll go back here and look. And I followed him back to the door, and he was gone probably 10 minutes, and then finally him and that girl came out of the back. They said they didn't have any. And I said, well, it's still showing 10. He said, well, there ain't any back there. I said, you look in the lockup? And he said, yep, there ain't nothing back there. Did Curtis talk to you? And I said, Curtis? He said, yeah, assistant manager. I said, I don't know anybody by that name. He said, he was supposed to come out and talk to you. So I thought, what's up with this? But anyway, I started walking toward the other door that goes in the back, and the guy came up the aisle. It was the Curtis they were talking about, and he said, we don't have any 22. And I said, well, you got some Mini-Mags in? He goes, well, they're probably on tonight's truck. And I said, no, they came in this morning because a friend of mine got some, told me they had some. And he said, well, there ain't nothing back here. He said, we're unloading the truck now, and there ain't any in the lockup. And I said, you sure? Maybe they had it somewhere else. Would you go back and check? So he took off, come back. He said, there ain't none back here. And the guy acted disturbed as soon as he walked up to me anyway, for some reason. I don't understand why. I'd never met the guy. But it was like he was real defensive from the get-go. And anyway, after he blowed me off, I just thought, well, screw it. You know, I'll stick with what I got. I started out toward the front. I looked down one of the aisles and I saw this woman that I used to work with at a different job. She works there now. So I walked up to her and told her what happened and told her how the manager acted. And I said, if you don't mind, would you just walk back there? You know where they keep the ammo locked up at? And so she left and went back there. Well, before she left, I told her what it looked like. And about 10 minutes later, she come walking up with that in her hand. She goes, is this what you're talking about? And I said, yes, ma'am, it sure is. She said, how many of them you want? And I said, I'll just take all of them. So I marched them up front and wrung them out. And that was at 3:14. So I got down there about 2:35, and it took me that long to get them. But yeah, that manager, I'd never seen him before, but he's just a bald-faced liar, and so is them other two people. Kills me how these Walmart associates just lie. But I guess it worked out for me. And also, there's another sleeve of 5 still in the back, so maybe that'll be for in the morning. Oh, guys, I forgot to add, when that lady walked up with that sleeve of 5, I asked her, I said, where'd you find them? She said, back in the lockup. So that really got under my skin, the fact that all 3 of them people lied to me like that. But anyway, talk at you later. Buckbuster out.